Let's play with the 112 ScrawlrBox.
Hey Scrawlers, I'm Kat from ScrawlrBox and welcome back to another video. If you're new here, hello, welcome. In today's video, we're going to get into a few of those tips and tricks as seen in the 112 zine. Let's get into it.
So, this month's box featured a love-hate supply, charcoal. But not to worry, this month's zine was fully jam-packed full of tips to help you get to grips with this messy supply. Plus some useful tips from our featured artist, Derek Overfield too. Let's get scrawling, shall we? As always, I'll be using the paper provided in the box, which this month was a lovely blue-toned paper. It gives you a lovely mid-tone to build around. I've got a bit of tissue for my XL blocks here, and also some handy for keeping my hands clean during this process. I've got some cotton buds and a craft knife, as well as a little spoolie and a dry paintbrush. My faithful kneadable eraser. It's on its last leg, so I think this might be where we part ways. Anyway, grab my references. I found these on Pinterest. I zoomed into the eye and then I added a monotone filter to the top so they were in black and white. Oh, also you will need some spare paper to rest on, also prevent smudging. Let's crack on. I'm going to start by using Derek Overfield's advice, so I'm going to do some gestural marks with the compressed charcoal by Seawhite. These are harder than the XL blocks, so they make a good base for later marks. They're longer and thinner, so I feel like they're easier to control. And we're filling in shapes first, no distinguishable details yet, just building up layers and layers of tone. I'm using my finger to blend, but I'm also using it to dab in the charcoal instead of swiping it so my lines don't soften too much. I want the lines to build up. I want those marks to stay there. I don't want it to be too blurry. Quick clean of the hands. Trying not to get it everywhere. I'm just grateful I'm not wearing a white jumper today. Okay, now I've built up those darker tones, I'm going to add in the lighter value. Apologies, my throat's quite sore today. As I was saying, adding in that lighter charcoal, using the cotton bud to blend in more precise areas, and also using my kneadable eraser to work back into the dark and bring out the blue of that paper. Or using the blue as one of our mid-tone values. The normal process would be to work from light to dark, but we're starting with the mid-tone, so it did feel a bit strange to work from dark to light, but it felt more natural. As I said, the paper is a mid-tone. So the process involved a lot of building up, taking away, building up, taking away to get that lovely contrast in there. Adding that white really does make a difference. It really pops against all of those darker tones. The pigment is really strong as well, so it's very easy to layer on top. I was getting really into this and didn't really want to stop, but I have to remember that the prompt is unfinished business. That was the hardest part for me. Take a step back. Right. Now. And we go again with a different kind of eye. I've slowed this down a bit so you could see just how loose that starting point is. I'm not concentrating on details at all. I'm just looking for shapes. So using my reference, I'm just looking at blocked shapes, blocking them in as a really good strong starting point before even thinking about any details. And this is the point of the shapes being complete, so we can add in those details. Hands well and truly messy now. I should have really gone and washed them properly, but I needed to crack on. And if you've worked with charcoal before, you'll know that it creates a lot of dust, so there wasn't really much point in trying to clean my hands thoroughly just to get back involved in all the dust. And as you can see, we're going again. This one I've made a little bit bigger. I also found that the more I used my kneadable eraser, the more it embedded the charcoal into my fingers. But that's okay, we're going for loose in these, so all of those unwanted smudges and blends are just sort of added in. Exactly the same process before, build, take away, always referring back to my reference so I know that I'm placing the correct tones in the correct areas. caught myself adding more scribbles and details, which was very annoying. I had to have a little word with myself. Unfinished business is hard. Tap off the excess charcoal and then I gave it a really light spritz of hairspray. This just keeps anything loose set for now. And yes, I made a big mess of my hands. But tips and tricks, done.
And there we have it, tips and tricks complete. I didn't end up using a lot of the supplies. I just sort of relied on a couple of colours and the tone of the paper. And my fingers, of course. Although I know this isn't for everyone. It is a very messy supply, but I thoroughly enjoyed getting stuck in. Anyway, until next time, keep scrolling.
Thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed this video because I enjoyed making it. So give it a little thumbs up if you did. And a little black heart emoji in the comments if you made it this far. Bye.